The village of Ravenshire was a place where time stood still, nestled deep within the mountains. It was a world away from the hustle and bustle of city life. For Emily, a reclusive artist, it was the perfect place to escape the memories that haunted her. She had lived in Ravenshire for 5 years, and in that time, she had grown accustomed to the solitude. Her days were spent painting the breathtaking landscapes that surrounded her, and her nights were spent lost in the pages of old books. It was on one of those quiet nights that Emily's life took an unexpected turn. She was walking back to her cottage from the local tavern, where she had stopped for a warm meal, when she heard a faint voice calling out her name. She turned to see a figure emerging from the shadows. As the figure drew closer, Emily's heart skipped a beat. It was James, her former art teacher from college. They had lost touch after she graduated, and Emily had often wondered what had become of him. James explained that he had been traveling the world, studying the ancient arts and mysticism. He had heard about Emily's reclusive lifestyle and had come to Ravenshire to find her. As they walked back to her cottage, James told Emily that he had been searching for her because he believed she possessed a special gift. He claimed that she had a hidden power within her, one that only a select few possessed. Emily was skeptical, but James's words sparked a curiosity within her. Over the next few weeks, James taught Emily how to tap into her hidden power. They spent hours in the woods, practicing ancient rituals and spells. Emily was amazed at how easily she picked up the techniques, and soon she was able to perform feats she never thought possible. She could make objects move with her mind, and she could sense the emotions of those around her. James told her that she was a natural, and that with time and practice, she could become incredibly powerful. As Emily's powers grew, so did her ego. She began to see herself as superior to the villagers, who were simple and uneducated. She started to use her powers to manipulate them, making them do her bidding and catering to her every whim. James warned her about the dangers of corruption, but Emily was too far gone to listen. She was addicted to the feeling of power, and she would stop at nothing to get more. One night, Emily discovered a dark secret about James. She had been using her powers to spy on him, and she found out that he had been using her all along. He had been searching for someone with her abilities, not to help her, but to use her for his own gain. Emily felt betrayed, and her anger boiled over. She confronted James, who revealed his true intentions. He had been using her to gain access to an ancient artifact, one that would grant him immense power. In a fit of rage, Emily used her powers to attack James. She summoned a fierce storm, and James was consumed by the flames. As the storm subsided, Emily realized what she had done. She had let her desire for power consume her, and now she was left with the guilt of taking a life. The villagers, who had grown to fear her, turned against her. They chased her out of Ravenshire, and Emily was left to wander the mountains alone. As she walked, the weight of her actions bore down on her. She realized that James had been right all along. Power was a corrupting influence, and she had let it consume her. She thought about the villagers, who had been innocent and kind, and she knew that she would never be able to go back. The mountains, which had once been her sanctuary, now seemed cold and unforgiving. Emily knew that she would never find peace again, and that her thirst for power would ultimately be her downfall.